What's up, future millionaires? It's your boy MTI, and we're going to be talking about when should you create a second wallet or multiple wallets of that matter. Now, the short and simple answer is it's completely up to you. There's no right or wrong answer. Now, of course, you can find more efficient strategies in the community, but that doesn't mean it's law or the end all be all. As I said before in multiple drip videos, whatever strategy is going to help you stay focused on the task at hand, that's the best strategy for you. However, I am going to give you my 2 cents on a few different scenarios on when it may make sense. But before we jump into those, let's briefly look at my faucet and my garden for a brief update. Let's check it out. Now, as we can look here on the price of drip, we can see it is definitely a lot lower than $7 now at $6.77, but it is still, holding steady a little bit for the most part, but we have seen drip have started to pull back a little bit more under $7. Now, I'm still compounding for me personally, not saying that's the best strategy for you. Now, as you can see, as we look here at the current faucet here, I have 2,762 drip. As you can see, right around 18.7, and I've already done my compounding today. I only compound my faucet once per day. I know some people do hyper compounding, which I think that works too, but it just all depends on you. Now, as you can see here on the max payout, I've now reached about 10% to a full max payout account, because remember, the max you can get in any wallet is 100,000, and you can see I have a little bit over 10,000 now in my max payout, so I'm 10% there. Now, as we head on over to the animal farm, of course, we got the farms and pools that's going to be opening up, which is what they're talking about right here. And remember, the farms and the pools is your staking or liquidity pairs are not locked. You can take this out at any time. So real quick, let me just take this over here on the farms here, this is going to be one of the most popular pools. When you put your drip BUSD in here, none of this is locked. Like it's locked in the garden, the piggy bank, and in the faucet. You can take this out at any time and you're still earning a nice yield, as well as when you're in the pools. None of this is locked. And so this is why people are anticipating on this coming out. Now, as we head on over to the garden here, and you can see to the top right, pigs is right around 138. So as we move down, you can see I have about 2.7 million plants. Now, for the first time, I went on and tried compounding twice today. And so I've compounded actually, if we head over to drip.formulate, I've compounded at the time of this video about an hour ago, and you can see at the time of this video it's around 10:42 p.m. and you're going to be seeing this video Wednesday morning, and it's Tuesday night right now. So heading back over to the farm here, the garden, excuse me, you can see I've already compounded about an hour ago. I already have close to $5 in there that, of course, I can compound again, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to compound again tomorrow morning around my normal time. But I think I'm going to start trying to compound maybe 2 to 4 times and see if that can help me keep up with the decay and just people pulling out of the garden as well. Because if we head over to Farmer's House, as you can see on the date, Tuesday, October 4th, as I said before, you're watching this video Tuesday night. You can see here is my total asset value, 2636. You can see I'm making about 92,000 plants per day. You can see the contract balance is now at 501, and remember, it hit a high of around 516,000. So 15,000 LPs have been pulled back out, and so that's probably people anticipating for the farms and the pools. Now, if you look back over to drip.formulate, you can see I'm at about 10.18 LPs. Here's the USD value, and as you can see, the asset value is a little bit different. Drip.formulate's 2760. Farmer's House is 2636. So just wanted to show you the basic stats on how the garden is doing. As you can see, the DK and people pulling out is getting the best of the garden right now. However, I am still compounding. Now, let's go ahead and dive into a few different scenarios on will it make sense for you to create another wallet or multiple wallets. Now, the first scenario, which is the most easiest and the most basic, is if you plan on, well, actually, before we get into these 3 scenarios, I briefly want to say, if you don't plan on staying into the drip ecosystem or the faucet or any of that long term, then you probably don't want to create another wallet once you max out the one you're currently on. So that covers all the people that's not thinking about staying in drip long term, because there's people that may just want to max out one wallet, take their money and run. That may be something they want to do. That's completely fine. So to those people, it doesn't make sense for you to create another wallet. But for the people that's thinking about staying in the ecosystem, now let's kind of talk about a few different scenarios. Now, the first and most basic scenario is if you're wanting to basically stay in the system long term, and all of these three scenarios we're going to talk about is if you're looking at staying in the drip ecosystem and the faucet long term. So first basic scenario, you're at the point where you hit max payout and now you are just claiming, but you're wanting to stay in the system and basically build up another wallet. Well, the only way to do that is creating a second wallet. So that way you can just rinse and repeat the cycle, right? And so that's the first basic scenario. Now, the second basic scenario is going to be if you're wanting to have your second wallet behind a certain time frame of maxing out after the current wallet that you are on. Like for me, for example, my current wallet max out is the end of May, and I have my second wallet, which I haven't shown publicly, is about 8 months behind my first wallet, which I show you publicly in my videos, which we just took a look at. However, I plan to move that up anywhere from 6 months to potentially 3 months. So basically, once I hit max payout, I will have 3 to 6 months on my next wallet till that hit max payout. And so if you're wanting to make a ladder step of that nature, then it definitely makes sense to have a second wallet. Now, this scenario is gonna talk about having a second wallet and potentially multiple wallets, right? So this scenario is gonna be the current price of drip, as we saw, is well under $7. So it's definitely a lot cheaper for more people to afford more. Now, for the people that may think the price of drip is gonna be a lot higher than where they wanna buy in at maybe in the future, it may make sense to go ahead and create a second wallet now, or third or fourth wallet, depending on what your strategy is, at the current price, right? Because the minimum is one drip token. Well, drip is under $7 right now, so the buy-in is extremely inexpensive. So with that being said, just because you have a second wallet or maybe a third wallet, that doesn't mean you have to actively grow that wallet and waste your gas fees. It only depends on what your current strategy is. So let's say you have a second wallet, but you're just creating it because of the price of drip and you want to take advantage of the price of drip. You never have to compound that wallet until you're ready. But the beautiful thing about it is it's still going to be accumulating that 1% until you're ready. Or even if you just wanted to compound it once per month, you don't even have to do that until you're actually ready to start the process of your second, third, or fourth wallet, whatever your strategy may be. So that way, that's the third scenario I can see when it may be necessary to have a second wallet, especially if you're not close to even a max payout. Because if you're growing two different wallets, you know what I mean, at the same time, there's nothing wrong with that. And who am I or anyone else to tell you, hey, this is the wrong strategy you should do? It's a solo sport. So at the end of the day, there are strategies that you can say that may be better than others, but at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong strategy. If you want to have 5, 6, 7 different wallets, go for it. Me personally, I'm not going to do that strategy, but there's people out there that do that, and go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. So again, those are just the 3 basic strategies where I think it may make sense to have another wallet. But I definitely think if you're trying to get to the max payout and that's your goal, you should really focus most of that strength on that one main wallet and use that main wallet that's maxed out to shortcut all your other wallets to the max payout. So that's what I'm currently going to do. Not saying you should do it. None of this is financial advice. I'm just sharing with you my personal journey and showing you how you can make money as well. And then hopefully this helps you when you do your own due diligence on making different assessments on what you want to do with your personal passive income journey. Now, if you gain some value from this video, definitely smash the like button, hit that subscribe button on the way out. Shout out to the Drip community, and I will catch you all on the next one.